It's Western Athletic Conference Baseball, and it's here on ESPN. It's a step outside of conference play for these two teams in Abilene tonight. The Big West visits the WAC. It's UC Davis, the Aggies, visiting the Wildcats of ACU. As we welcome you to Crutcher Scott Field on the campus of Abilene Christian University. Andy Penny alongside Trey Newhouse. Yeah, both of these conferences with odd numbers of teams, so these two the odd men out this week, and it's the only trip outside of California for UC Davis this weekend here in Abilene. As Trey, they'll take on the ACU Wildcats.
Yes, well, the Aggies are coming off of a Big West series. They played the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors and they got swept. So they're looking to kind of change their fate, get things back going again before they start conference play again next week.
And the Wildcats currently in second place in the WAC at 10-5. Good pitching matchup tonight. First for the Aggies, it's the junior left-hander Brian Green who will toe the rubber. He's 1-1 on the year. For the Wildcats, he's been good, especially his last start. Austin Glaze gets the start tonight.
Yes, Austin Glaze for the Wildcats, coming off of one of his best performances of the year. Against SFA, he went 7 innings, a 4-hit, no-run ball with 12 strikeouts for the Wildcats.
Good night for him. Trey and I will be in the booth tonight. Joshua Varner will join us down between the dugouts tonight. And with more on the Wildcats and how they play on Friday night, they'll try to flip that script tonight. He has that story. Joshua?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, as you were saying, when it comes to their series openers, ACU has really been struggling with winning the first games of the season. In their 5 conference series so far this season, ACU has lost each of the series openers, but they came back to win the second and third game of those series. Now, like you said, Andy, this is a non-conference game for ACU, but they're still going to be looking to get that momentum rolling through the rest of this weekend as they're looking forward to take on TCU next Tuesday and their next conference opponent, Cal Baptist, this time next week. Guys, back up to you.
Yeah, thank you, Joshua. The Friday night game or game 1 of the conference series have been tough ones for Rick McCarty and the Wildcats. Again, have dropped all 5 Friday night games or game 1s of the conference series. However, have jumped back to take all 5 of those conference series, 2 games out of 3. They're 10-5 in conference play. Have only dropped 1 series all year long. That was a non-conference series versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi earlier this year. As you can see, the Wildcats 19-14 overall, 10-5 in the WAC. UC Davis, the Aggies, an even 15-15, 7th place currently in the Big West at 5-7. It's the first ever meeting between these two, UC Davis and ACU. And the only trip, as we mentioned, that UC Davis takes outside of the state of California all season long. And Trey, the beautiful thing about baseball is you'll have 9 on the field. It'll be between the lines, and it's always fun to see a new opponent, and that's an opportunity for both UC Davis and ACU this weekend.
Yep, I'm sure a lot of UC Davis fans are finding out where Abilene exactly is. Not very many palm trees out here in West Texas, but that's the beauty of baseball. Get to play kids from another town and get to have some fun between the lines.
You see the Wildcats taking the field, and the starter, Austin Glaze, who will toe the rubber. He is the typical Friday night or game 1 starter for ACU, and the grad student, 6'1", 245-pound right-hander out of Colleyville Heritage High School. It's there in the DFW Metroplex. Again, will be on the mound. Austin having a nice season. This is 9th start of the year. 2-2 the record. 4.66 is the ERA. 38 2/3 innings of work, 42 strikeouts, 11 walks, and as you mentioned, a great Friday night last week in Nacogdoches versus Stephen F. Austin.
He has a big conference game against SFA, and Glaze came up clutch. 12 strikeouts in his 7 innings pitched. A great strikeout-to-walk ratio for him.
Well, he's been here again for 5 years. This is 5th year in the Wildcat program with head coach Rick McCarty. That's 7 innings, not only a season high in innings pitched, but also a career high. Matched a career high with 7 innings pitched versus UT Rio Grande Valley from a year ago. The 12 strikeouts is a career high. First time he had been in double-digit strikeouts versus the Lumberjacks in that game. Unfortunately, a tough luck, no decision for him. He left. No runs, 4 hits after 7 innings. The Wildcats had a 1-0 lead. Lumberjacks scored 2 in the bottom of the 9th to beat ACU by a final of 2-1. So, again, ACU 0 for 5 in opening game series in the WAC, but they are 10-5 overall. They come back to win Saturday and Sunday. We'll see how the script plays out here against the Aggies, who again 15 and 15, currently in 7th place in the Big West. 13 teams in the Big West. They are the odd man out here this weekend.
That's a very interesting phenomenon. Losing the first game of every series and then coming back to win the series total. Very interesting. Maybe they just need to see the hitters a little bit, see how the field looks. I don't know, but there's something there for sure.
The Aggies under head coach Tommy Nicholson in his 3rd year. He is back to the state of Texas. He played his collegiate baseball at the University of Texas for the Longhorns. No, it's an exciting weekend for him to bring his UC Davis team here to Abilene. There's Damian Stone, the left fielder. He will lead things off tonight. Stone, the senior out of Fremont, California. And the first pitch of the weekend is a foul at the plate. And it's 0-1. Stone, Leahy, Wolbert, 1, 2, 3. Lee, Acosta, Gavea in the middle. Wooldridge, Howard, and Wright. That is the bottom 3 here for the Aggies. Glaze works out of the wind. He'll miss upstairs. Off-speed pitch at 74.
Stone's a big threat on the base paths. He's 9 for 10 on steals this year.
Another curveball, and that misses. The batting average for Stone at 247. He makes his 25th start of the year. He leads the team in runs scored with 22. Also a team leader in home runs with just 3. It's not a power team. Just 20 home runs on the year for the Aggies. They are a team, if they get runners on the base paths, they will manufacture those runs. They will play small ball, put some pressure on an infield to make plays. As this one's popped up, shallow left field. Miller Lattisall, the left fielder, will come in, and he will make the catch. And it's fly out to 7. Miller Lattisall in left, 1 up, 1 down.
Good job there by Glaze, getting the leadoff man out, creating some weak contact, making an easy play for your fielders.
And that'll bring up Nick Leahy, the second baseman tonight. He wears number 22. He'll bat from the right side. Leahy from Newberry Park, California. He's a junior. It starts at second base. And he'll take a strike. Leahy, the average at 271. Team leader with 7 doubles, 16 RBIs. Makes his 29th start of the year. Another fastball in for a strike. It's quickly 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch, fouled back. We'll do 0-2 again. Austin, each of his last 4 starts have been 4+ innings. Been 4 1/3 versus UT Arlington, 4 2/3 versus Sacramento State, 5 versus Utah Valley, 7 versus SFA. Looks for his first strikeout tonight. Fastball, this one popped up. Shallow right field this time. Benjamin Greer, the second baseman. He will call off the outfielders. He'll make the catch. So shallow fly ball to left field. This time a shallow fly ball to right field. Quickly 2 up, 2 down.
Glaze is really using that fastball to work quickly ahead in the count. His fastball sits low 90s, 91, 92, and then he threw that third pitch curveball to get the hitter guessing, and then he comes back again with a fastball, gets an out.
First look at Mark Wolbert, the center fielder. First at bat of the weekend. Off speed stays high. Wolbert last year a freshman All-American for this Aggie team. He's got some pop in the bat. Team leader in average at 313. Quickly ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Leads the team with 35 hits. Tied in the lead with RBIs with 16. On base percentage of 373. Quickly ahead in the count here, 3 balls and no strikes. UC Davis just outside of Sacramento. They're in California. Take for a strike here. It's 3-1. 11 teams in the Big West, said 13 earlier, just 11. 10 of those 11 are in California. Hawaii is the only team that is not. Glaze fights back. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. The schedule's just been favorable. All of the non-conference series for UC Davis were either on the road in California or home games against teams outside of the state who came to California. Payoff pitch, fastball, down Broadway for strike 3. Wolbert didn't like it. Umpire gets final say, and it's a 1-2-3 at top of the first for Austin Glaze. No score after half an inning. Wildcat bats. They'll come up here in the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first, Aggies go quietly in the top side. ACU will get their first time to bat tonight. And on the mound tonight for the Aggies, it's the junior left-hander, Brian Green.
Brian Green, 8 games started, 4.46 ERA, and a 2.47 batting average against for the junior.
As he will take the mound. He's been the model of consistency for this UC Davis program. He will go 5+ innings almost every outing. He's done it 6 consecutive times. His first pitch here to Benjamin Greer is fouled out. We'll get a look at Rick McCarty's lineup as Benjamin Greer gets the start leading off tonight. Greer, the second baseman. That pitch misses, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a look at the ACU lineup. Greer leading off. Ladisaw and DeLesio follow. Meese, Van Atten, Payne in the middle. Radke gets the start. Rance Radke. Garrett Williams bats 8th, and Holden Rook in the 9th spot. There's a swing and a miss by Benjamin Greer, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Greer, the senior, the transfer from San Jacinto College. Second year in a Wildcat uniform. Last year missed majority of the year with a ACL tear. He'll put this one into play. A long throw across the diamond, not in time. Nice play, Joey Wright in the hole, moving to his right, made a dive and a stab, but Greer with good speed able to beat it out. It's an infield single.
That's why they like Benjamin in that leadoff spot, because he gets on base any way possible.
So 1 on, the leadoff man on here in Greer, and that'll bring up Miller Ladisaw. Ladisaw in his 5th year in this Wildcat program, the graduate student, Rockwall, Texas. And first pitch from Green is a strike. Ladisaw, 330 the average. He makes his 33rd start in the Wildcats' now 34th game. Green out of the stretch for the first time tonight. Good off-speed pitch, fouled at the plate. Team leader in doubles with 11, Miller Ladisaw. He also leads the team in walks with 22. The team leading on base percentage of .459. Behind in the count here, Green works ahead. And another off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. Ladisaw down on 3 strikes. 3 pitches.
Green put together a good showing of his breaking ball right there. It looks like his fastball has some good movement, and then those 2 curveball sliders that he threw had some nice bite on him.
Here's Gino DeLesio, the 3rd baseman. Gino, the team leader in multiple categories for the Wildcats. 363 average. That's tops on the team. Hit this one the opposite way. It'll skirt through and into right field. It's an opposite field 1-out single. Greer move up to second. I'm not sure if that was by design or off the end of the bat. Did not have much velocity, but the way the Aggie defense was positioned, it rolled right on through.
Good job taking the ball the other way, finding a gap. 2 guys on, runner in scoring position in this first inning.
There's a look at Maddox Meese, the sophomore catcher for the Wildcats. San Antonio product. Green first offering. Fastball up. Meese on the year, 237 the average. It's 23 hits in 97 at bats. Take a strike here from Green. Again, Green's last 6 outings have all been at least 5 innings. His longest outing, March the 15th versus UC Irvine. That's the Big West leader right now. He went 7 innings of no-run baseball, no runs, 2 hits. Meese put this one into play, chance for 2. Gavea step on the bag, throw across the diamond in time. It's a 5-3 double play. Nice play, Gavea. and the side is retired. 2 singles for the Wildcats, but no damage done. We've played 1 in Abilene. We're still scoreless. UC Davis and ACU. No scores. We move to the top of the second inning. ACU and UC Davis. Hey, let's go check in downfield level with Joshua Varner. Hey, Joshua.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, one of the big players offensively for ACU this season has been Gino D'Alessio. He was one of the WAC Players of the Week earlier this season in the middle of March, and he currently leads the WAC with RBIs this season with 39, and he leads ACU and the WAC in hits now with 48. With that hit there in the first inning, he has extended his hitting streak to 4 games. He's also been very consistent on the defensive end of the ball. He only has 3 errors so far this season. This is his first season with the Wildcats, so we'll see how he continues to do through the rest of the season. Guys, back up to you.
Yeah, great stuff, Joshua. He did have one of the 2 Wildcat singles in that bottom of the first inning, but a double play by the Aggie infield gets him out of that first.
Yes, that was the Aggies' 32nd double play of the year. They're 14th in the nation in double plays turned, first in the Big West. So a nice middle infield, and the third baseman got involved right there.
That is the Tommy Nicholson strategy, I think. Small ball offensively, good defense on the other side. We'll take a look at that UC Davis batting lineup. You saw Stone, Leahy, and Wolbert in the first. This is Ryan Lee at the plate. Acosta, Gavea behind him. Wooldridge, Howard, and Wright will wrap up the starting 9. There's a swing and a miss. Gets away from Meese. He'll have to throw down to first. He'll do it in time down to Garrett Williams. It's the second strikeout tonight for Austin Glaze. 1 up, 1 down here in the second.
Great breaking ball there by Glaze, putting it in the dirt where the batter can't reach it. You hate to hang those, give the batter a chance to do some damage whenever you're ahead in the count, but a good job there, and he gets the strikeout.
So Austin picking up right where he left off last week in Nacogdoches, his 12 strikeout performance. He's got 2 tonight. There's Riley Acosta, the catcher. Open stance on the right side. He'll take a ball on the inside. Acosta, the junior, Redondo Beach, California, his hometown. Ball and 1 strike.
Very old-fashioned batting stance.
Yeah.
And the high stirrups just add to the look.
Some of that you don't see very often anymore. Acosta, the second highest batting average here on the team at 291, makes his 20th start of the year. 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, slugging percentage that leads the team at .443. Glaze misses with a fastball low. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. The Aggies just a team batting average of .255 and 20 home runs on the year. But if they get runners on, which they'll do here, they'll find ways to manufacture. It's a 1-out walk. Riley Acosta, the first base runner tonight for UC Davis.
Glaze is most effective whenever he can locate the fastball well. I noticed earlier whenever he was at a 3-0 count, he took a couple miles per hour off it and threw a strike. Ended up getting the out in that at bat. But he is most effective whenever he gets those first few strikes going. And then he can kind of play with the hitter, work in the fastball, hit the breaking stuff.
1 on 1 out. Here's Alex Gavea, the third baseman, who started the double play there in the bottom of the first. Glaze will start him with a fastball for a strike. Gavea, the junior, transfer from Modesto Junior College. 239 his average. Making his 30th start in the Aggies' 31st game. Behind in the count here, no balls and 2 strikes. There's a look at the ACU defense. It's Miller Ladisaw in left. Rance Radke in center. Holden Rook is out in right. D'Alessio, Payne, Greer, and Williams left to right in the infield. Garrett Williams the start at first base tonight. The typical starting second baseman, but he starts at first. Here's the 0-2. Ripped into left field in the first hit for the Aggies. A 1-out single. 2 on here in the inning. Anticipating fastball, and he drove it, pulled it right down the left field side.
Yep, turned on that 91-mile-per-hour fastball and put it right into left field.
Two on. Here's Braden Wooldridge, the right fielder. Wooldridge, a sophomore, Chino Hills, California. First look at Glaze from the 7th spot. Off-speed pitch right back to Glaze, a chance for two. Greer over to Williams. It's a 1-4-3 double play. It's the Wildcats' 16th double play of the year, and it gets them out of the top of the second. Inning and a half complete. We're scoreless in Abilene. Scoreless baseball in Abilene. We move to the middle innings, top of the 4th inning. Nick Leahy leads it off. Leahy, Wolbert, and Lee, 2, 3, and 4, second time through versus Austin Glaze. 43 pitches for Austin through 3 innings. Trey, he's been effective again. 3 strikeouts, just 1 hit thus far for UC Davis.
Yes, putting together his 2nd straight good start in a row.
This ball lifted into left field. Lattisaw fighting the sun down that left field line. Will make the catch. Gonna fly out to left. Yeah, that sun sets behind the first base side of Crutcher Scott Field. So as you can see, that left side of the infield and left field will fight the sun here for the next 45 minutes to an hour as it sets here to the west. But Lattisaw stays under that one, makes the catch.
Yes, that left field third base position, those West Texas sunsets can get bright, and those pop flies and even line drives later in the game will be tough to fight.
Yeah, they're beautiful for a lot of people except the left side of the infield. Wolbert is swinging a miss. He's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first. And now this one popped up. Left field again. Lattisaw. He's underneath it. He's tracked it. Back-to-back outs recorded by Miller Lattisaw. Another fly out to left. 2 up, 2 down.
I'm sure Lattisaw has been here long enough that he's used to that sun in his eyes. He's invested in a good pair of sunglasses, polarized.
Sounds like an NIL deal or something right there. Need to work on that. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Ryan Lee, struck out to lead off the second. Glaze starting with a fastball. The 0-1. Now a curveball, and it's quickly no balls in, 2 strikes. Glaze has retired 6 in a row dating back to the 2nd inning. He'll try to make it 7 here. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. The breaker stays in.
2 breaking balls played very well off of each other. The first one broke glove side, broke outside, second one inside.
Now the 1-2. Another curveball swung on and missed. Macy will apply the tag. It's strikeout number 4. And it's a 1-2-3, top of the 4th. Pitchers duel in Abilene tonight. We're scoreless, 3.5 in. WAC baseball on ESPN+. Abilene tonight, it's the bottom of the 4th. Scoreless ball game thus far. DJ Van Atten, first pitch swinging grounder to Gavea at 3rd. Hey, let's keep this fast pace here, Trey. 1 pitch, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Brian Green just 41 pitches now, 3 1/3. He's given up 4 hits tonight. He's walked 1, but he's done a nice job of stranding base runners. ACU stranded 4 through the first 3 innings.
Neither pitcher has let up a particularly hard hit ball. The Aggies had 1 ball that landed in the outfield for a hit, but besides that, that's the only non-infield hit, or ball that didn't roll through the infield dirt at least.
Zampane 0 for 1, unsuccessful on a sacrifice bunt attempt. Popped it up. Caught by Ryan Lee over at first base. 1 ball in, 1 strike here. Of course, as we've mentioned, and as you know, this is a non-conference weekend for these 2 teams, but both conferences have full slate of conference games. There's some big ones for both conferences. As this one hit down the third baseline, a dive, Gavea knocks it down, throw not in time. So that ball hit right down the line. Gavea a dive right on top of the third base bag. Able to knock it down, didn't field it cleanly by the time he popped up and threw. It was too late. Zant Payne has an infield single.
That ball was hit pretty hard there, but still knocked down by Gavea over there at third. Unable to make the play, though.
Well, it earns the title of hot corner over there at third base. Gavea, a nice play to keep it in the infield. If that gets past him, that's a double for Payne down into the corner. But now the second infield single for ACU tonight, their 5th overall. Now Rance Radke, first pitch swinging, drives one into left field. Back-to-back singles again here for the Wildcats with one out.
These Wildcats have been jumping on those first pitches. First pitch he saw in the at-bat, and he liked it. Poked it through for a hit.
It's hit number 6 for the Wildcats tonight. 6 different Wildcats with singles, 2 on, 1 out. Radke that started center field tonight. That's also been a rotating position for Rick McCarty. Radke, Holden Rook, Reese Boro have all shared time out there in center. Garrett Williams 0 for 1. He'll foul the first one off. Williams the start at first base tonight. He's the typical starting second baseman. He missed the last 2 games last weekend of that SFA series. Little nagging injuries. He DH'd on Wednesday versus Texas Tech. So he's back in the field tonight, but over at first. Not quite as much lateral movement over there at first as there typically is in the middle infield. RBI chance here, runner on the move. Throw down to third, head first slide. The tag is in time. Payne is caught stealing over at third for a huge second out and a big-time throw by Riley Acosta down to third base.
The surprising thing is the first base runner stayed put. So now just a man on first.
It was a bang-bang play. Payne thought he got his hand in, his right hand, before the tag across the helmet. But he is caught stealing, a huge second out. Radke still at first. 1 ball, 2 strikes now here to Williams. When Brian Green's needed a play tonight, his defense has come through. The double play in the first. Now a caught stealing with 2 on, 1 out here in the 4th. And a 1-2 count to Williams. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Green set. The kick, the 2-2. Fastball misses. Does not get far away from Acosta. Not far enough for Radke to advance. He'll get a chance to get the wheels turning here. 3-2 with 2 outs.
Wildcats could really use an extra base hit here.
Payoff pitch. And we'll try it again at 3-2. Again, we mentioned full slate of games for both conferences. Big game in the WAC this weekend is Grand Canyon at UT Arlington. Grand Canyon currently first in the conference. UTA sits in 5th, but it's a logjam there, 1-7. Williams will hit this one back up the middle. Long run for Leahy. He'll get to it. Throw over to first is in time. Good defense by the Aggies in that inning, and the side is retired. Back-to-back 1-out singles do not matter. They're all scattered. They're all stranded. We're scoreless after 4 here in Abilene. To the top of the 5th, Andy Penny, Trey Newhouse, glad to be with you tonight. Joined also down field level with Joshua Varner. Joshua, what's going on, my friend?
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, so taking a look over at the coaching staff for UC Davis, we've got head coach Tommy Nicholson, who's currently in his 3rd season with the Aggies. He took over the program ahead of the 2022 season, and before that, he was an assistant coach over at Stanford, where he was the hitting, infield, and third base coach. Under Nicholson, Stanford led the Pac-12 in 2019 with 48 home runs that season. Already, Coach Nicholson has made a huge impact over at UC Davis. They're off to a good start with 15-15 overall record coming into this game, and we'll see if they're able to keep that pace into the rest of this season. Guys, back up to you.
Yeah, turning around this program. Joshua, great stuff down there field level. He's done a great job in year 3. Some ACU ties on that coaching staff with UC Davis, too.
Yes, you have Sky Valenzuela, ACU graduate in 2011.
Volunteer coach out for the Aggies. So here's a ball. This one hit into center field, tailing, but Radke will have a chance to get to it. And it's a line out. Riley Acosta, the first down here at the top of the 5th. We're playing fast. Did you put your seatbelt on?
Yes, we're playing really fast. Glaze has 53 pitches through 4 1/3. That may have been the hardest ball we've seen hit all day, and it barely made it past the ACU logo in center field.
53 pitches for Glaze. Has been pretty much the same for Green. 6 hits for ACU, but Green's done a great job of stranding runners. ACU stranded 5 through the first 4 innings. Just 1 hit thus far for UC Davis. It came from Alex Gavea here at the plate, 1 for 1. Pop this one up in the infield, middle infield. Greer at second base calls everybody off. Fights the wind, makes the catch, 2 up, 2 down.
Took 2 pitches to get that batter out.
And Austin Glaze has gone all the way through the lineup now and retired in order. He got a Braden Wooldridge double play to end the 2nd, and since then has retired every Aggie batter he's seen. It's Wooldridge at the plate, who hit the double play ball right back to Glaze, a 1-4-3 DP. And Grand Canyon is at UT Arlington this weekend. Sacramento State playing host, or check that, is on the road at Seattle U. Stephen F. Austin at California Baptist. Tarleton is at Utah Tech, and Utah Valley is down in the valley at UT Rio Grande Valley. 1-1 count here to Wooldridge. This one will be hit into right field. Rook giving chase. It'll fall in front of him. It's a 2-out single. And that will stop 9 in a row retired by Glaze. And Wooldridge on with the Aggies' 2nd hit tonight.
The designated hitter, Howard.
It's exactly 7 o'clock, and we're already in the 5th inning. Rob Manfred would really love this pace of play.
No pitch clock really needed here tonight. Tyler Howard struck out to lead off the 3rd. Glaze has not worked out of the stretch very often tonight, but he'll have to here.
Glaze's key to success is he has a heavy fastball with a high release that comes in at a very high angle, and it has a little bit of arm side run, so he can play his breaking balls very well off of that pitch.
Bunt showed here. It's fouled off. It actually hits Howard as he's leaving the box. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. Even with 2 outs in an inning, you see Davis not afraid to try to lay down a bunt. Just put some pressure on an infield. You never know. With speed or a bad throw, 0-0 ball game can change in a hurry. And now no balls and 2 strikes. Glaze with 4 strikeouts tonight. Looks for strikeout number 5. The kick, runner on the move. It's outside. Misi knocks it down, but no chance for a throw. And Wooldridge, the stolen base. He's in scoring position with 2 outs. It's the 24th stolen base of the year for the Aggies as a team. And for Wooldridge, his 2nd of the year in 3 attempts. 1-2 to Howard. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3 for strikeout number 5, and the side is retired. Halfway through the ballgame here in Abilene. Good pitcher's duel. We're scoreless. UC Davis and ACU. Halfway through the ballgame, 0s on the scoreboard. UC Davis and ACU. Holden Rook, 2nd time up. Tries to lay down a bunt right side. He gets it down. Nobody covered the first base bag. Great execution of the bunt single. Holden Rook is on with the Wildcats' 7th hit of the night.
That's exactly what you want from the bunt down the first base line. Get the first baseman to come off the bag and just hope the pitcher can't get over there and cover it quick enough.
Green nor Leahy, the 2nd baseman, Leahy was playing up the middle. That was a long run to try to cover the bag. Lee fielded it well at first, but just such a long run and nobody was there to cover. 7th hit for the Wildcats. And 7 different Wildcats with hits of the 9. Benjamin Greer's 1 for 2 tonight. Green comes set and a throw over to first. Rook back in. And Trey, the way pitching's going tonight, this has turned into manufacture a run and just try to scratch across whatever you can.
Yes, gonna have to find a way.
Greer will pop this one up. Foul territory, and for the 2nd time tonight, ACU unsuccessful on a sacrifice bunt attempt. Popped up, caught by Acosta this time for a big first out of the bottom of the 5th.
These teams are going to have to find a way to get runners into scoring position and then hope those hits come in the right times. Whenever you can't string the hits together like you usually can, you have to find a way to put the runners in positions to do damage.
Miller Ladisall, first pitch swinging, tails one into the gap, into left center field. Rook around second, he'll get to third. It's the first extra base hit for either team tonight. 1 out double for Miller Ladisall. He's 2 for 3. 2 in scoring position with 1 out.
Nice job there by Ladisall. Getting those hands around, taking the pitcher opposite field. Ball doesn't even get completely in the gap. Wasn't particularly hard hit, but it was hit in the perfect spot.
Now 2 in scoring position, 1 out. Gino D'Alessio, the highest batting average on the team at .363, steps in. 1 for 2 tonight. Single in the first. He lined out to right. 2nd time up. That one stays out in front. Great block by Acosta to keep that out front. That ball skipped in about 2 feet short of the plate. Acosta knocked it down, couldn't find it, but kept it right by the home plate area. No score, bottom of the 5th with 1 out. 1-0, fastball stays low. Green again tries to work through at least 5 innings, and now an intentional walk has been given to D'Alessio. They'll take the bat out of D'Alessio's hands. They'll also put on a force play at any base. Bases are loaded with 1 out.
I've heard it said that being down 2-0 to a good hitter is a death sentence sometimes, especially with 2 runners in scoring position. A good hitter will see that you have to throw him strikes and do some real damage with those.
Take the bat out of the WAC leader in RBIs, Gino D'Alessio, and give your Big West leader in double plays a chance to make their 2nd tonight. First pitch to Maddox Meese. Inside for a ball. Rook at 3rd, Ladisall at 2nd, D'Alessio at 1st. Meese 0 for 2 tonight, a ground out and a fly out. Green, the 1-0. Meese hits it a long way, left field. Stone will watch it go. It's a grand slam for Maddox Meese, and the Wildcats busted open on 1 swing. It's 4-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
That is Meese's first home run of the year, and it could not have come at a better time. Bases loaded. He sees the pitch he wants, turns on it, and drives it into the street. Look out, cars.
That was a no-doubter off the bat. Maddox turned on it. Stone just watched it leave the yard. And a scoreless baseball game gets busted open with 1 big swing, now 4-0. And how does that feel for Maddox Meese, watching D'Alessio in front of him get intentionally walked? And Meese comes through with a big fly.
That's the dream situation you want your cleanup hitter in. Bases loaded. Tie ball game. Your cleanup hitter's up, and he does exactly what you need him to. Hits a ball all the way to Cisco.
The base is empty for DJ Van Atten. Big cut. Swings through it. 2 balls and 1 strike. And just like that, Green went to the largest number of runs he's given up in a start at 4. Speed pitch for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's how quick baseball can change. There were 1 good pitch away from getting out of the inning with one of their trademark double plays, but now Wildcats have a couple insurance runs.
Full count now to Van Atten. 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a ground out. You mentioned the first home run for Maddox this year. RBI 16, 17, 18, and 19. Payoff pitch, Van Atten, chopper right at shortstop. And nice soft toss over in time. 6-3 on the putout. For the Wildcats as a team, that is home run number 23. Not near as much power as we saw last year from guys like Grayson Tatro and Logan Britt and company, but talk about just perfect timing on Maddox Meese's big fly to left field. And you said it, absolute no doubter off the bat. First pitch, Zant Payne in for a strike. 1 for 2 tonight for the shortstop. I'll tell you, Trey, a 4-run lead just feels huge on a night like tonight. 4 runs.
Yes. No runs from either team through 4. And then with 1 pitch, you're up 4. That's got to be a good feeling.
Speaking of a not so good feeling, Zant Payne takes one in the back. Hit by a pitch will keep the inning alive.
Oh, and got him on the bad part of the back. Looks like it might have hit his spine. You can see him grimace a little bit.
Ooh, just nothing he can do there. Put a little dirt on it, move down to first base. The inning will continue. It's Payne at first. Here's Rance Radke, 1 for 2 tonight. Green, his first offering. Oh, it sailed on him. Slipped out of the hands. Long Beach State and Cal State Northridge play a doubleheader today. Hawaii is at UC Santa Barbara. You can talk about some road trips. About Hawaii back and forth to California all season long. They're at UC Santa Barbara this weekend. Cal State Bakersfield and Cal Poly are on the diamond tonight. UC Irvine, UC San Diego. In Irvine, the conference leader there in the Big West. Radke will foul this off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hawaii might as well just leave their bags at the baggage claim. Don't haul them back and forth to your dorms.
Yeah. Last week they were at UC Davis, a 3-game series. This week again, back in California at UC Santa Barbara. 1-2 to Radke, swung on and missed. It'll take a throw down to first, but it is in time. Green gets the strikeout. But Maddox Meese, the big swing, the grand slam here in the bottom of the 4th. Wildcats break open our scoreless tie. It's 4-0 ACU on their home field after 5. Austin Glaze on the mound for the first time tonight with a lead on the scoreboard. A Maddox Meese grand slam, bottom of the 5th. And we move to the top of the 6th. Joey Wright, first pitch swinging. Lines one out into right field. It will fall in front of Holden Rook. Leadoff single here for the Aggies. And Joey Wright, the shortstop, has the Aggies' 3rd hit of the night. Some work to do now for UC Davis offensively.
Yes, for sure. I bet that grand slam felt as good for Glaze as it did for Macy. Watching that ball leave the bat, and then now you have the lead, and now you can got a little bit of wiggle room with your pitching performance.
Well, again, just the 3rd hit of the night for UC Davis, the leadoff single. Top of the lineup, Damian Stone 0 for 2. So will stay outside. And it changes the strategy. We've talked about how the Aggies, Tommy Nicholson, they like to manufacture runs with the small ball, but now with just 12 outs to work with, can you sacrifice outs for bases, or do you have to swing away?
It's hard to manufacture that amount of runs in this short amount of time. You can usually sneak 1 or 2 by bunting and getting sac flies, but to get 4 runs with only 12 outs remaining, you got to string a few hits together, get some balls in the gaps, get some balls over the fence.
Aggies are 9th in the country with 30 sacrifice bunts laid down this year. They don't steal much. There's a grounder right side. That'll find its way into right field. Back-to-back singles to lead off the 6th. Wright will go to 2nd. Damian Stone is now at 1st. Two on the base pass for the first time since the second inning. First and second, nobody out. Stayed down on that one, drove it right into the turf. A big hop over Garrett Williams at first base.
Perfect bounce right over Garrett Williams.
2 on, nobody out for Nick Leahy. 0 for 2 tonight. Popped up and flied out, both on the left side. Swinging away, a fastball for a strike. Pitch count for Glaze at 67, so still some gas in the tank here. A little bit of activity in the ACU bullpen, but not much, starting just to scatter a bit. The 0-1. Another fastball and another strike, and it's 0-2.
Some nice run on that fastball, sneaking into that corner. Beautiful pitch.
Glaze with 5 strikeouts tonight. A lone strikeout in each of the 5 innings. Looks for one here. Here's the 0-2. Curveball. This one hit right field. Rook has it tracked. Will make the catch. Tagging at second, but not advancing is right. Great throw by Rook all the way to third base.
Incredible throw by Rook. He got his weight back, got his momentum going forward, and one-hopped the third baseman. So much that they couldn't advance the runner from second to third.
As you can see right there, has to stay at second base. Big first out of the inning.
And with 1 out, that runner not advancing is as big as the out, because now a deep fly ball can't score one.
Mark Wolbert 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly out. Team leader, though, in batting average at .313. He's the guy that Aggies won at the plate. Stopped by Macy behind the dish. Glaze set. Wolbert ready. The 1-0. Fouled right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. UT Arlington leads Grand Canyon. That's a scoreboard watching type of game here in Abilene this weekend. The Mavericks a 4-3 lead on the Lopes. That in the bottom of the 5th. ACU leads the WAC in wins in the conference with 10, but they've played one more series than Grand Canyon. ACU at 10-5, Grand Canyon 9-3. So if UTA were to beat Grand Canyon 2 of 3 this weekend, both the Lopes and the Wildcats would be 10-5 at the end of the weekend. Halfway through the conference schedule for ACU, 15 down, 15 to go. California Baptist will be here next weekend. 2-1 to Wolbert. Lifted into the outfield. Ladisaw in left. Radke coming over out of center, but Ladisaw will make the catch. And again, no chance to advance for the runners. Back-to-back flyouts in the outfield. 2 outs now here in the 6th.
Glaze's fastball, as we get deeper and deeper into this game, it still has the same amount of run, but it's lost a couple ticks of velocity. It started out around 88, 89, and now it's fallen into the 87, 86 range. So that's normal and comes with fatigue of a pitcher, but we'll see how it affects the game.
Here's Ryan Lee, 0 for 2 tonight. 2 strikeouts, time called. And Rick McCarty will come out of the first base dugout. He wants to talk to his right-hander, Austin Glaze. And actually, looks like we have a pinch hitter here. Theo Frechey has come in for Ryan Lee. Bat here in the 4th spot. Rick McCarty going to talk a little strategy here. As the pinch hitter here with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for ACU. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for UC Davis. 2 of those hits, though, here in the top of the 6th. Joey Wright, a leadoff single, followed by Damian Stone with a single, but they're still at first and second with 2 outs. It's Brett Garcia, you can see, starting to get warm in the ACU bullpen. And Theo Forche steps in now on the left side.
Another one of those open stances.
172 the average. This is the 13th game Forche has made an appearance. 5 hits and 29 at-bats. Coach Nicholson trying to manufacture some offense here, down by 4. Ryan Lee's night at first ends 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Forche, the senior, Redondo Beach, California. The 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes.
Not a great situation to be in for Glaze. Down in the count to a good hitter with a runner in scoring position.
Austin set. A look back at second. 2-0 pitch. Outside, it's 3-0. Riley Acosta waits on deck. And the 3-0. Fastball, it's in for a strike. Cal State Northridge beat Long Beach State in the first game today, 8-7. Again, they play a doubleheader. They're in Northridge. It's 3-1 here. 2 for Shea. Fastball fouled off. Full count. UC Santa Barbara leads Hawaii 6-2. That's the score. They're playing the top of the 6th. So some early starts out on the West Coast tonight. Cal Poly has beaten Cal State Bakersfield 7-2 the final today. Full count here to Forche. Runners will get a chance to get on the move. 3-2 fouled away. We'll do it again.
Glaze has been commanding his pitches well in these big spots. Full count, down in the count, he's been throwing it where he needs to and throwing it where Macy's calling it.
He's fought back from a 3-0 count here. Runners again a chance to get on the move. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Glaze set, Forche ready. Kick, payoff pitch. Fastball down Broadway for strike 3. Forche thought it was low. Umpire thinks otherwise. It's strikeout number 6 for Austin Glaze. He scatters 2 hits. Nobody scores. 5.5 complete. 4-0 Wildcat lead. Top of the 7th, Austin Glaze still on the mound. First pitch swinging, Riley Acosta. Shallow right field, Holden Rook is underneath it. 1 pitch, 1 out, top of the 7th. Trey, Austin Glaze, and we say unfamiliar territory. He was there last week, but closing in on 7 innings of work tonight.
If he is to close out this inning, he'll be at 7 innings pitched for this game, which is his career high, and he's reached it only 2 other times in his whole career here at Abilene Christian, and one of the times was last week, so a big hot streak for him. And last week was also the only time he's been 7 innings with 0 earned runs, and he's gonna look to do that again right here, back-to-back weeks.
So string that together, 7 versus SFA last week, 6 plus tonight. That's 13 consecutive zeros he's put on the scoreboard. 12 strikeouts last week, just 6 thus far tonight. Here's another ball lifted into center field, right center field. Rook and Radke. Radke, the center fielder, will call off Rook. He'll make the catch in that right center field power alley, and quickly 2 down here in the 7th.
Right fielder number 27, Braden Woolridge.
The outfield making some plays there. Another fly ball out. 9 flyouts tonight, pop-ups or flyouts tonight. Wooldridge will foul the first pitch off here. Wooldridge 1 for 2 tonight is one of the 4 Aggie hits. Swing at the curveball here and swing through it. It's 0-2.
That was a nasty back foot curveball. Had some nice bite on it.
One
and
pitch,
got the swing and miss.
1 pitch away from a career high again. 7 innings pitched, but a nice job here. Wooldridge driving off-speed pitch, a bender back up the middle into center field. It's a 2-hit night for Braden Wooldridge, and the inning continues. And 5th hit tonight for UC Davis. And a base runner here with 2 outs. Pinch hitter here, Sam Papp will step in. Papp, a freshman right-hander. He'll bat for Tyler Howard, who is the designated hitter tonight. So Sam Papp, plate appearance here in the top of the 7th. Papp wears number 48. And Trey, looking at the stats, I do not think Papp has an at-bat this year.
Wow.
First time to the plate.
Let's see if he can get that 1,000 batting average.
The freshman listed as a right-handed pitcher. Bats from the left side. First pitch fouled off at the plate.
Really interesting move there. Maybe he's a Shohei Ohtani type.
Tommy Nicholson just trying to generate some offense here in the top of the 6th, or top of the 7th, excuse me. Wildcats the 4-0 lead. Glaze, curveball, fouled off. It's quickly 0-2. Fastball for strike 1. Curveball for strike 2. The whole arsenal is available here with an 0-2 count. Papp, the freshman, this is his first career at bat in an Aggie uniform. Glaze will come set. He'll look at Wooldridge at first. Kick, the 0-2. Swung on and missed for strikeout number 7. And 7 complete innings for the starter, Austin Glaze. Masterful performance here in Abilene. Stretch time at Crutcher Scott. ACU, they've got the 4-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th.
Tough play with a rush throw from a weird angle, and pitchers aren't notoriously known for their fielding, so he gets rewarded.
I thought they may have given an infield single and then the error, but just the error on the play, E1. Well, this has been an inning to forget. Hippensteel throws 8 consecutive balls, puts 2 men on the base pass. First pitch that Torpy throws is an E1, and followed by 2 more balls. 11 pitches in the inning, 10 out of the zone. 1 for an error and a run scored, and a 5-0 ACU lead. UC Davis infield will play in here. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. And another pitch out of the zone here to Rance Radke. You can see that is pinch hitter, or pinch runner, excuse me, Aaron Staley over at 3rd base. He runs for Van Atten. Payne out at 2nd. 3-0 to Radke. Takes sign all the way. It stays inside for ball 4. And now 13 pitches in the inning. 3 walks and an error that scores a run.
Load him up. This just shows how quickly a game can get away from you against a good team. This was a competitive game most of the day, and now it has a chance to not be anymore.
Bases loaded for Garrett Williams. First pitch, a strike from Torpy.
Nice slider there. Had some good horizontal break.
Williams, the only Wildcat in the lineup without a hit yet tonight. 0 for 2 with a walk. Torpy remains. 0-1, it stays low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, game 2 is tomorrow afternoon, a 3:05 Central start, first pitch. Sunday's finale is a 12:05 Central first pitch. The first ever meeting between the Aggies and the Wildcats. Fastball hit out to right. Underneath it is Wooldridge. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third, coming in and scoring is Staley. It's a sacrifice fly and an RBI and a Wildcat 6-0 lead here in the 7th.
Wildcats are known for their sac flies. They just know when to put fly balls out there.
They're second in the country in that category. They just have their 26th sacrifice fly of the year. Staley scores. Payne also able to move up second to third, so runners on the corners with 1 out. Here's Holden Rook, 1 for 2. A walk and a single. He'll show bunt, pull it back, runner on the move, head first slide, and sliding in safely with a stolen base is Radke. 2 in scoring position.
Really good throw there by Acosta. Put it right on him, but the bunt caused a good jump there.
Already thrown a runner out at third base tonight. Almost had one there at second. Here's Holden Rook right back up the middle. Hits Torpy on the backside. His throw over to first. Not in time. Boy, bang, bang play. I thought he got him. Torpy, though, stayed with it. He took that line drive right off the backside, runs it down, throws over to first, but Rook beats it out, an infield single.
Yeah, really, really tough play there from Torpy. You got to respect it. Gets hit, gets the ball, and finishes the play.
He says he's all right. I think it hit him right in the backside. Hit him in the soft spot. Of all the places we don't like to be hit, Trey, we talked about that a minute ago. Maybe that's the best one. I think it hit him right in the soft spot on the backside.
Evo Shield doesn't make any products to protect right there. So.
Oh, it looks like the pitching change will go ahead and be made. Torpy's night will come to an end. We'll have our 4th Aggie pitcher of the night and our 3rd one here in the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded with 1 out. We'll tell you about the new UC Davis pitcher after this timeout. 2 runs already in the inning and the bases loaded. ACU a 6-0 lead. 3rd pitcher of the inning for UC Davis. Bases loaded for the Wildcats. Andrew LaCour, the senior lefty, will take over on the mound.
LaCour has a 5.87 ERA, 2.09 WHIP, and a 3.33 batting average against in his 8 appearances thus far.
His longest outing of the year came last weekend versus Hawaii, a 2-inning performance, no runs, 2 hits. 2 runs already in here in the bottom of the 7th. The bases are loaded. Payne at 3rd, Radke at 2nd, Rook at 1st. Benjamin Greer 1 for 4 tonight. LaCour, that one on the outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, it's just been hard to find the strike zone this inning for Aggie pitching.
It has.
Max Hippenstiel started the inning through 8 pitches, walked 2 batters on 8 pitches, and was pulled. That was it. Ian Torpy not much better. Torpy, his first pitch. St. Payne laid down a bunt. Torpy threw it down the right field line, E1. Rance Radke then walked. Garrett Williams a sacrifice fly. Holden Rook a single. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now here to Greer.
LaCour has an interesting lefty 3/4 delivery. Looks like it's running right at right-handed hitters.
Is Greer ready? The 2-2. Hit the opposite way. Knocked down by Lee. Lee can't make a play. He knocked it down at first, but it rolled away too far away. Everybody's safe. That should go as a, well, I thought that might be a single, but that's been given an E3. Everybody's safe. St. Payne scores. It's a 7-0 Wildcat lead.
These Aggie relievers cannot catch a break. That's a tailor-made double play ball. That's first base to second, back to first. But now the inning continues.
3 in the inning, base is still loaded. Miller Ladisaw, 2 hits tonight. He's 2 for 3. A single, a double, also been hit by a pitch, scored a run. First pitch right back up the middle into center field. 1 run is in, Radke touches home. Right behind him is Rook. It's a 2-run single for Miller Ladisaw. And I'll tell you, Trey, a game that was scoreless in the 5th. Now 9-0 here in the 7th.
Wildcats are stringing hits together. That's what it's all about in baseball. You just have to get runners on the base paths and do what you can with them. That ball was a hard hit ball right up the middle, and with 2 guys in scoring position, that's going to score 2 every day.
Greer stops at second. He and Ladisaw still in the base pass here for Gino D'Alessio. D'Alessio tonight 1 for 3, a single, also intentionally walked. Scored in front of the Misi grand slam in the 5th. Wildcats have batted around now. D'Alessio, the 9th batter of the inning. As LaCour, the pitch, skips in. Runners on the move. They both steal a bag. Greer to third. Ladisaw to second. Nine runs now, 11 hits for ACU. And 2 big errors here in the inning by UC Davis. Infield plays in again. 2-0 count to D'Alessio. Grand Canyon has come back and taken the lead on UT Arlington, but a tight ball game there in the Metroplex. Grand Canyon 6, UTA 5. They play in the bottom of the 7th. Mavericks have 2 on the base paths with 1 out. So big series this weekend in the WAC. D'Alessio foul this back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. ACU heads to Phoenix to play Grand Canyon later in the month of May. Beat UT Arlington 2 out of 3. They won all 5 of their WAC series, 2-1. 2-2 to D'Alessio. Pitch. Hit into center field. Shallow center field. Wolbert is there to make the catch. It is deep enough for Greer to tag and score. It's a sacrifice fly, and another run scores, and the Wildcats into double digits now. It's 10-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. And here come the Wildcats. 10-run rule is in effect. This one is a final. And Austin Glaze, the complete game shutout for the win. He is now 3-2 on the year. 7 strikeouts on the night as well. Brian Green, the unfortunate tough luck loser tonight, pitched really well until into the 6th inning. Maddox Misi, the grand slam. 6 innings of work, 4 runs on 9 hits. Did have 5 strikeouts, but the big Maddox Misi swing was the difference there for the Wildcats. Scored 4 there in the 5th, 6 in the 7th to get the win. Again, 10-0 is the final score. Again, 11 hits tonight for the Wildcats. Miller Ladisaw, a 3 for 4 night. Holden Rook was also 2 for 3 tonight. So those 2 guys had multiple hit games as the Wildcats put up the 10 runs. Miller Ladisaw also with the 2 RBI single there in the 7th as part of the 10-0 win for the Wildcats. Don't forget, game number 2 is tomorrow afternoon, a 3:05 first pitch here at Crutcher Scott. Maddox Misi, the big swing. It came in the bottom of the 5th inning. The grand slam that gave the Wildcats the lead. He is downfield level with Joshua Varner. Joshua, it's all yours.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, Max, really great game for you today. That grand slam in the bottom of the 5th really opened up the game for you guys. What was your mindset going into that at-bat?
I just wanted to be on-time best for a fastball. They came in early on me last at-bat, and I was sitting on that the next at-bat and hit a home run, so I felt good.
Yeah, big win for you guys today. Continuing your long homestand here in Abilene. What are you guys looking forward to here with the rest of your time here in Abilene?
Just responding for the rest of the weekends. Let's finish Saturday and Sunday first, but then we got some home games coming up in the next week or so. But I think it's going to be a good development process for us, really get ahead, try to put some more wins on the board.
Awesome. All right, well, congrats again. Guys, back up to you guys.
Joshua, thanks. Maddox Misi, the grand slam, a 10-0 win. Trey, great night tonight for the Wildcats.
Yep, big 10-0 win for the Wildcats. They left 8 on base along with their 10 runs, and they finally win the first game of the series. Their 4th time all year.
So they get the win number 20 on the season. They're back at it again tomorrow for game number 2. For Trey Newhouse and down for Joshua Varner, Jalen Garrett, I'm Andy Penny. Take care. So long from Abilene, Texas.